tock, tick 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 tock.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm solid. How you doing, sister?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Thanks for joining us here today.
No problem.
We're here at the podcast, and I'm talking with
Precinct Officer 1000, Nakashawan of the ISUPK.
and we're here today to talk with Officer Nakashawan because he is the director. I think you said you were the producer,
Creator,
progenitor, all of that, above,
all the things.
all of the things of the Dark Side of Fatherhood series.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone has seen all over their YouTubes, Facebook, TikToks, Instagrams, all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And, he was willing to give us this time to try to get to know a little bit about him, about the Dark Side series, and everything he's trying to do. So I thank you for being here today, brother.
Thank you.
Just to start out, kind of light, kind of airy.
Yeah.
So it's obvious from the series that you're a father, or I can assume that you're a father.
Right.
Tell me about when you first found out you were going to be a dad. How did you feel then?
Yeah, so, when we first found out, we were happy. I was elated, and because it's something that I always wanted to be. Most black men feel like that. You feel like you want to be the thing that you were deprived of. And my father was around, but I wanted that responsibility, and I wanted that task. So I felt amazing about it. Yeah.
So the little girl we see in the videos, is that your daughter, or is that just like an actress or something like that? Somebody you got on stand-in?
No, that's my daughter, Heaven.
Mm-hmm. How old is she?
She is 10 today.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's amazing. I would have never thought you had a 10-year-old daughter, but
Yeah, it bees like that sometimes.
So how'd you feel when you found out she was going to be a girl? Or did you guys find out, or was it just like...
Yeah. I found out and I was like, oh, all right, here we go, And all brothers, we want boys, obviously, but the Lord chose to give me a girl. So I was excited about it. I didn't know what it entailed, but I'm glad I got a girl.
And then what about when you first, I guess your first time holding Heaven, or when she was born, how'd you feel then?
It was, it's an interesting story because, I was a lot bigger. I was a little bit more jacked. Yeah, I was jacked back then, so I was always so nervous of holding her because I thought I was gonna, break her. She's so small, But the first time I held her, it was at the hospital, and again, I didn't know how to do it, So the picture looks pretty awkward, but it definitely felt good for sure.
Yeah. So the series is pretty heavy in and of itself. I really didn't want to get there so fast, but I gotta ask a question that people want to know. Can you kind of walk us through what got you to where you were in the first episode?
Yeah, most definitely. So I was, of course,
Welcome to Atlanta. Crisis Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025. Starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, do we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakathon, all the brothers. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Shem Yahushua, all the sisters. This is ISUPK Wednesday night law class. You know, and before I get started, you got to come to the Passover. You Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, we're family. We make up the true, real 12 tribes of Israel. Come to the Passover 2025, Atlanta, Georgia.
Right.
You know, this is where it's all going down right here. You know, we got a lot of events, and it's $200. You can pay $200. It's $200 to get you. $200 get you in. You know, for all the events. That's paying for all the events. And if you 16 and under, it's free. 17 and up, $200. That ain't nothing. I mean, you paying to go to concerts, Super Bowls, and all this other stuff. You paying to take pictures with Chris Brown, ain't you? You can do all that. Come on, I know you got $200 to make it to the Passover in Atlanta, Georgia, 2025. I can't wait to see my brothers and sisters. You know, and that's the event just for us. And it's a good thing that it's just for us and for us only. It's about time. You know, ISUPK is for us and us only. Because when we say Black, we talk about Black, Hispanic, we're talking about Hispanic and Native American Indians also. You know, and we got to get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. I mean, dealing with these people in this wicked kingdom, in this slavery, man, you got to look at it, man. We just had a poor young sister, a young Hispanic. Oh, what is she? She was Issachar, right? Mexican. Yeah, 11 years old, committed suicide, unalived herself. Right. You know, all because she was scared because she was being bullied at school, man. This goes to show you these people do not care about us. Because if they cared about us, they would have protected that little girl. When that little girl went talking about, man, she being bullied and all that, man, they should have been, that school board, them teachers, that principals, the vice principals, they should have stopped that. They should have done something. Right. But that just goes to show you that they do not care about us. And because we don't follow these laws, statutes, and commands, we will constantly keep being destroyed. Right. You know, look at our brothers and sisters, man. Our children down there at the border, our Hispanic children down there at the borders, man, how they're being mistreated. Ain't no telling what them cave monkeys are doing to them.
Right.
So that's why we gotta separate. That's why I'm so thankful that Commander General Yohana did not drop his sword.
That's right.
That he kept it going. For real, clap that up. Because man, these people are out here, man. They calling ICE on our people, man. And matter of fact, we just had a good time, joining our people, supporting them down there at the protest.
That's right.
Down there at Centennial Olympic Park. What was it? Centennial Olympic Park?
Come.
Florida. Yeah, we down there supporting them. We didn't go down there to take over or nothing, but just to let them know that, hey, look, the men of Israel, ICPK, we here with you. You are people, man. We love you up in here. And these law, statute, commandments, man, that will keep us safe, man. Because that poor little girl, man, ain't no way an 11-year-old child, she shouldn't even have to worry about if ICE was coming to get her and her family.
Right.
She more worried about her family, her parents, brothers and sisters and all that, man. It got to the point, man, where her mind was just so distraught that she unalived herself.
Right.
If that don't piss you off, man, come on, man. That shit, man, hey, look, because that was senseless. Like, for real, no parent should have to bury their child.
Right.
At all, seriously. Man, only way, if my son was to get into the school and when it hits the fan and everything goes down and he dies for his nation, yeah, I'll be honored. I would be honored if he died to defend his nation. That would be very honorable to me.
Right.
In a situation like that, yeah. But no, man, that poor little girl, man, ain't no way she should have been unalived herself. Did nobody protect her? Nobody. And it's a good thing she had a family, man. Because these devils out here, man, and I bet you was a bunch of Edomites. I bet you was them little cave monkeys that grow up to be big cave monkeys. Y'all running around here, Trump, man. Look, man. Trump Trump got these people out here back to the way they was when he was first in office. I mean, and it ain't like they ever stopped. It's just that he just gave them that motivation back. He gave them back, that self-pride again of being a great white American. But but look, you gotta look at it. These law, statute, commandments, man, they was made for us and for us only to keep us safe. If we follow these law, statute, commandments, we will be safe. We wouldn't have to worry about our children unaliving ourselves, worrying about being deported. How about you colonizers be deported? Get into some of these scriptures right quick. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. Man, we're a holy people. Holy meaning separate. You can look the word up for those that's new, just tuning in, watching the class. The word holy means separate. Because that's what he did. He separated us from the other nations. Just like you have a favorite child, he has a favorite child, and that's the nation of Israel, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians.
Right.
He separated us. He said, we are holy unto him. Just like you have a favorite necklace or a favorite shirt that you try to preserve it, keep it, exactly, you take it to the dry cleaners, and you keep it in a wrap in the plastic and stuff to keep it safe, to keep it clean until you get ready to wear it. And then you might not only wear it, but on a special occasion, or maybe every now and then. And that's just the way we are. That's the way God is with us. These laws are to keep us safe. These laws are to protect us. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. That's possessive right there. This is mine. This is my favorite. They belong to me, just like your woman belongs to you, just like your car belongs to you. You chose that car. You chose that woman. Well, the Most High chose Israel. And he chose us to be a special people. Ain't nobody better than Israel. He has chosen you to be a special people unto himself, above all people. Not some people, not a few people, not a couple of races, but above all people that are on the face of the earth. Because you got to look at it. You got to look how big the earth is and how many people are spread out throughout the earth. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of other races spread throughout the earth, including us. We got separated and spread throughout due to slavery because we was being brought to different places. We was brought to Haiti, Cuba, Puerto Rico. Where else? Where else was we slaves at? Over Europe, just throughout the whole earth. We were spread out. Guatemala, Panama. Because remember, the transatlantic slave trade, it started right here with the so-called American Indians. When Columbus came here, and he put them in chains, man. Because he thought they were just so friendly and, hey, they would make good slaves, obedient. What did he say? He never found a more kinder, subservient people or something like that. Right. Exactly. Look it up, man. Matter of fact, you know what? What's that? No, I'm saying Christopher Columbus. He was saying pretty much he was saying, that they were easy, to put in chains as slaves, like, because, it was like, because Israel, we friendly. We're forgiving, we're loving. For Columbus, for him, from my understanding, what I was being taught and what I was reading is like, they were, it wasn't too hard to round them up. You can look it up though. And there's another book. It's called, what was the name of that book? I remember that book from years ago. It's called What They Didn't Teach You in History. It's got like a lot of quotes and a lot of stuff that like a lot of famous, so-called famous, Edomites, the oppressor, quotes. You had John Wayne, he was saying, blacks, they're good for, to play parts of the movies, but not as a lead role. You got Sigmund Freud. He's supposed to be one of the great, smart psychologists and all that. He wrote it. They got a picture that he drew trying to compare. He tried to make us the way we're built, like a gorilla, to try to say why we so aggressive. Oh, yeah, there's a man. Hey, find that book and check it out. This is how Esau really, because we already know in ISUPK how Esau thinks about us and how he feels about us. But guess what? We got a powerful God that says otherwise. What everybody else think about us and how they treat us, guess what? Most High said, hey, you special. You my children. I made you to be above all people that's upon the face of the earth. Not just some, not just a few, but all.
Right.
Let me get that one more time for you. I want y'all to really, really think about that. Especially if you knew. Oh, Salaki, I just lost mine. Especially if you're new watching the class, just really, really think about it, because these ain't my words. These are not Makalat's words. These are not Officer Yarmaya, Kaziad, Yaram, Commander General Yohana, none of the captains, none of the generals. These are not our words. This is the words of the Most High.
Right.
We just telling you what his words are. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are on the face of the earth. And you know how you know that you're chosen? Because when Christ returned, when Christ came, what did he say? He said, I came to save my people. He didn't say he came to save all people. He said, I came to save my people from their sins.
Right.
You special, man. And that little girl and all them children that are that they got down at the border in cages, they're special too.
That's right.
They're very special. Them Hispanic Hispanic brothers and sisters, man. Them little young cats. The little sister that unalived herself. Hey, look, they're special. Very special unto the Lord. That's who he's talking about. About them brothers and sisters that's in the barrios. He's talking about you that's in the ghettos, in the projects. He's talking to you that's on the reservations. And you know exactly who I'm talking about. He's talking about the across seas. When you go across seas, while they saying that what they call that? A dump site, a garbage site or whatever. Talking about my brothers in Puerto Rico. Hey, look, that's who the Most High is for. That's who's above all people. Them Haitian brothers and sisters that they wouldn't let across the border when they came to the U.S. border trying to escape, trying to get help. Guess what? That's my Levite brothers and sisters. And guess what? They're above all people on the face of the planet. The Cubans, the tribe of Manasseh, above all nations that are above that are upon the face of the planet. The Reubenites, so-called American Indians, the Gadites, same thing with them. Reuben, that's be the so-called Seminole Indians, above all people on the face of the planet. Not just a few people, not just a couple of races, above all. That means all these other races outside of the 12 tribes, we above all of them. Greater than. Let's see. Hold on, give me a second. You want to go to Second Ezra and the Apocrypha. Second Ezra 6 and 4. But yeah, the Most High ain't slack.
Right.
And for us to be in this condition, unfortunately, we broke his law, statute, commandments. Unfortunately, he had to punish us like a good father would.
Right.
unfortunately, we have to endure this slavery, but it's almost over with. So stay strong. Get in this ISUPK. Get in this one body. Learn these all statute commandments. It'll keep you safe. Hey, that don't mean you ain't gonna get tested. You will get tested. Spiritually, you will get tested.
Right.
But stay strong and endure. You'll learn to recognize that. And we wouldn't have to worry about our children being unalived and unaliving themselves, being locked in cages, suffering on the reservations and the projects and the ghettos and the barrios. We shouldn't have to be living like this. But unfortunately, we are hard-headed people. We stopped giving God the credit that he deserves. We stopped worshiping him.
Right.
And this is the end result. But, hey, look, Most High Christ, this is going to be the last slavery.
Right. That's right.
For real. You got anything to add, Makalai? You got anything to say? All right, Khan, no sweat. Who we got checking in?
We got Sister Yaqua.
Hey, Shalom Lord of Christ, sis. Okay, the water for checking in, sis. All right. Hey, Shalom Lord of Christ. Hey, sis, how you doing? I ain't seen you in a minute. Hope to see you at Passover. Joseph, hey, Shalom Lord of Christ. Hey, it's the water to all you checking in. All right, no sweat. Let's see. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 6:54. And after these, Adam, also whom thou madest, Lord of all thy creatures. Because remember, Adam, was brought up from the dust of the earth. Not literally, and not in the Christian sense. He didn't make man out of dust and put him to sleep and cut him open and crack one of his ribs and made a one. No, that's not the dust. Hey, look, when he made Adam, he brought him up, as we say, and slang. Hey man, I had to pull myself up. I was down in the gutter, man. I was down in the dust. He was in a low state. He brought him out of a low state. That's all that is. When he made Adam, he was the progenitor eventually of the 12 tribes. Because he was the first man to look up and recognize like somebody had to make all this. We just couldn't. How did we get here? We just didn't just appear out of nowhere. He was communicating to him. So through Adam came us all, came the 12 tribes of Israel. And yes, there was other people on the face of the planet. It's just that Adam was the only man to really recognize and wonder what was going on and how we got here. So that's who the Most High chose. And after these, Adam, also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. Of him come we all the 12 tribes. The Black and Spanish so-called Native American Indians. Because remember, Adam had a bunch of children. He had sons and daughters. And out of all them sons and daughters, hey, look, certain sons was chosen, like Isaac, Noah, Abraham, Jacob, who later became Israel. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. There it is again, letting you know that the children of Israel were the ones chosen. We are chosen.
Right.
We're above all. That's who the above all people upon the face of the planet, on the face of the earth. Chosen above all people. I mean, it's going to show you throughout the whole Bible. Ain't no getting around that. Yeah, I know a lot of you still out there with that Christian mentality. You know, but Adam and Eve, they were the first man and woman. He made Adam, then Eve. He put Adam to sleep. You know, he cut him open, cracked one of his ribs, and took it out and made Eve. No. That's not how it happened, but that's for another story, though. That's for another class. But anywho, you know, this is who he chose. From the very beginning, he chose Adam, you know, who's our forefather, our real forefather, not George Washington. I know we've been brainwashed going to the cave monkey schools. You know, we was taught, oh yeah, our forefathers. You know, we was taught that, you know, George Washington, Andrew Jackson, Benjamin Franklin. You know, our forefathers, the founding fathers of America. Well, guess what? They're the ones who had us in slavery. They're the ones who got us destroyed. They're the ones, you know, who trying to deport our brothers and sisters. Them same cave monkeys that came out them caves, that went around and conquered the earth. One thing about that, they was allowed to. The Most High allowed them. It ain't because they strong or, you know, this great race. No. It's not because of that. It's because the Most High allowed them to. But these same cave monkeys, these same ones that everybody think is so great, the same ones that's wanting to deport our brothers and sisters. And if I may right quick, black men, so-called black men and women, look at here, man. We've said it over and over. After they deport them and they get rid of them, who do you think they're going to go after next? You can't, look, these are your brothers and sisters. You can't side with the oppressor. You can't side with the enemy. Because you're going to be next. They will turn around and turn on you, just like a snake. You help a snake down a mountain after it froze in the snow, and as soon as it warms up, you know, and gets all nice and loose and stuff, what's the first thing that snake going to do? It's going to turn around and bite you. Why? Because it's a snake. And that's the way the oppressor is. The oppressor, he a snake. He's the most subtle beast on all the field. The oppressor ain't nothing but a rattlesnake. And guess who call themselves a rattlesnake? And they know they rattlesnake. They know they dirty. They know they'll turn on you. Yeah, you got a wrestler by the name of Stone Cold Steve Austin. He called himself a rattlesnake. Because he know he's dirty. He know his people is dirty. You got to learn who your enemy is, man. As long as you know that, and as long as you learn these laws, statutes, commandments, you will be safe. The Most High will protect you. He'll put that hedge around you, man, and keep you safe. But like I said, once again, you will be tested. just like he tested Job. Job, he had a head of protection around him, but he had to be tested. And he passed his test. He did not fail his test because he remained loyal. And he still followed them law, statute, commandments. And that's what we got to do. We got to follow these law, statute, commandments, man, to keep us safe. We got to pass that test, man. We got to endure till the end. This slavery is almost over. Look what all's going around. Look what's all going around, all around us. Look at all these planes crashing. Look at all these storms and earthquakes and fires out in California. Look at all this destruction that's happening. But guess what? It's happening because the Most High, he's doing it for vengeance for you. He ain't doing it for no other race. Matter of fact, if you look at it, everything that's happening is happening against all these other races. Like, they're okay, there might be some brothers and sisters that might have been beyond these planes and stuff, but majority of this destruction is aimed towards these heathens.
Right.
These Asians, the sick men of Asia, the Asians, when I say the Asians, I'm talking about the Chinese, Japanese, the Vietnamese, them Hawaiians, tribe of Japheth, according to the Bible, the Samoans, who else? And definitely, of course, you know the cave monkey. Of course, the oppressor.
Right.
You know, hey, look at all these terrorist attacks that be happening over in Europe and stuff, man.
Right.
Any questions, any comments? Oh, okay. Most High in Christ. Hey, Shalom Lord Christ. Officer Halak.
Right.
Hey, it's good to say that. Officer Halak.
Right.
I love when brothers get raised up.
Yeah, right.
You know? But yeah, Khan, you know, the Most High, he's doing this for us. Hey, Shalom Lord Christ, huh? Newly raised, yeah, right. Newly raised. Hey, congratulations once again, Most High in Christ, huh? Hey, you got a powerful name too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Khan. Yeah, for real. Well, when I heard what his name, like, man, was it Destroying Angel?
Yeah.
Oof. I love that name, boy. That's a powerful name, brother. You know, speaking of angels, hey, look, that's what they doing right now. They down here, they destroying the earth for you. You know, towards your enemies. Hey, because you look at it. Go ahead. Oh, I am in the bar. My man. Well, Khan, you know, hey, look. No, we just gotta get back on track as a people. You know, it can't just be a few of us. It's gotta be the whole nation of Israel. Because, you know, that's how we're gonna get judged, and that's how we've been judged. Because if you look at it, you know, we may have had like a few of our people of the 12 tribes, you know, that was following the law, statute, commandments. But the thing is, we all wasn't doing it.
Right.
And just like we get charged, you know, and judged and punished as a nation, so don't they. All these other nations, all these heathen nations, they got to get judged the same way. You know, as a nation, as a whole people. We're in Second Ezra 6:54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Now, when he says the world, you know, and this content, the world, the earth, the planet, because as we know, the word world has more than one meaning. Now, we say the world, it could also be saying, you know, the world of Israel. Just like you got the sea world, the animal world. You know, you can say, I'm in my own little world right now. I wasn't even paying no attention. You know, there's all types of worlds. But, you know, hey, he made the world of the heathens. He made the world of Israel above the world of the heathens. Let's just put it like that. This world of Israel, this world, this planet, you know, we've been chosen as the favorite. You know, we're not supposed to be beneath them. We're not supposed to be up under their foot. They're supposed to be up under ours. And that time is coming soon, you know. Slovakia. That time is coming soon, you know, because you got to look at it. Everything in this Bible that was going on back then is still going on today. You know, hey, because when you read this Bible, hey, look, we was in slavery back then under the Egyptians, the Greeks, the Romans, the Assyrians, just to name a few. You know, and the same things that we doing now, we was doing back then. But guess what? We came up out of that because we stopped being hard-headed. As a nation, we started following the law, statutes, and commandments. You know, we turned back to our God to get us up out of there. But the thing about the slavery back then, as compared to today, you know, they took our whole culture, our whole nationality away from us. So they took our language, you know, the way we dress. They took our God from us. They took our power from us. And they gave us their God, their white Jesus. That's what they gave us. They gave us their religion, their Christianity. And it's steadily destroying us still to this day because a lot of us can't let go of that doctrine. And what's that doctrine? Somebody online, what's the Christian doctrine? What's their number one favorite doctrine? Come on, I know somebody know. Anybody can answer. What do Christians love to say? What's their favorite number one doctrine? What do they say? Our people.
People think we're game bangers just fighting over block.
Right, they do. Yeah, exactly. Excellent. That's the answer I was looking for. God loves everybody. And with God loving everybody, we're supposed to forgive everybody. But guess what? In white Christianity, they ain't forgiving.
Right.
You see what happened with 9/11. What did they do? They went after old boy. What's that cat's name? Bin Laden, yeah, Thawada. Osama bin Laden. You know? They was going, I'm back in the 80s, they was going in a firefight with Gaddafi back even then. You know? And decades later, what happened? They went back after Gaddafi again. This time they was more successful. You know, they even had their people even turn on them. Now they realizing that they made a very big mistake. You see, you can't let these people into your lives. You can't let them into your nation. There's a reason these people have to be destroyed, man. They just ain't no good. Go ahead. Yeah, use it.
Right, sir. Cold cut.
Oh, okay. For real, man. And that's why we have to get back into power. That's why we have to come back to ruling this earth. Because these laws are made for us to rule. But we're going to rule in righteousness. We're not going to buck break. We ain't going to take their biggest, strongest man of their people, of all these other races, and we're not going to make them, force them on the ground, tie them down or whatever, and we're not going to go up in their rear. We ain't going to be doing all that. Ain't going to be no buck breaking. It's going to, everything we do is going to be in righteousness.
Right.
You know, that's against God's law. That's against the law right there. Leviticus 20:13. Man shall not lie with man as he would a woman. To paraphrase right quick. And that's what Esau did with his buck breaking.
Right.
You know, Esau was going around assaulting our women. Esau had us had boys growing up with each other, keeping them away from women, just so they won't mate. Had them desiring each other. Esau was unaliving our women and our babies unnecessarily, the Trail of Tears. Esau was taking our women, hanging them upside down by their feet, by their toes, cutting them open. Right. When a woman was pregnant, like 8-9 months, right before she gave birth, and making bets, standing around laughing, making bets on who would die first. The woman, the mother, or the baby. The Trail of Tears, man, Jackson, he was taking rocks and bashing our babies' heads. Unaliving the older ones that couldn't keep up. Man, do you know how long the Trail of Tears was? They were marching from one state to another.
Right.
Come on, man. And some of the roughest conditions. And that's why we need these laws. See, we ain't gonna do all that. All that they do to us, all them unnecessary hangings, just for the color of your skin, we're not gonna be doing it. We're not gonna be allowed to do that. Their slavery is gonna be in righteousness. This is why we have to rule. This is why we have to take over Israel. Because these laws was made for us to rule. You know, because we have to be brothers to our brother. And I ain't talking about just of your own tribe. I'm talking about be a brother to your brother, you know, as far as, you know, the other tribes. Like, just like we went and stood in solidarity and showed our Latino brothers, our Mexican brothers and sisters that we with them, that's brotherhood. You know, hey, look, my loyalty and my brotherhood is in oil and blood. And when I say oil and blood, because I had that oil poured on my head for my loyalty towards the Most High, to Commanding General Yohana, to Christ, to my nation. My blood is the blood that I will spill to protect all of them with my life. I don't want to save my life. I don't want to keep my life. To protect my nation, to protect my God, to protect Christ, my King, to protect Commanding General Yohana, the captains, the officers, the troopers, the women, the children, the blacks, Hispanic, and Native American Indians who make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Blood and oil. Because that's my nation, that's my people. And yeah, and I will, and yes, I will protect them with my life. Right, exactly. As long as you believe. John 3:16. Okay, Sawada. Hey, who that? Kotab again? All right, hey, Sawada. I knew it started here in Georgia. Okay, from Georgia. Oh, wow. Wow. Do you know how long of a trip that is? On foot? Could you imagine how long of a stretch, how many brothers and sisters that was with children? And the women and the old one? From Georgia to Oklahoma. Come on, man. Do you know how strenuous that was? That had to have been strenuous. The winters and the summers they had to endure making that trip on foot.
Right.
Man, y'all some dirty, filthy, disgusting. Man. Boy, these cave monkeys got to go. And we got to come back together, man. You got to have brotherhood with your brothers, man. It ain't just you, black man. You know, you got Hispanic and Native American Indians, man. That's in this with us. Let me get back into some more of these scriptures. Verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Verse 56. As for the other people, now as for the other people, now we talking about these other races. Now we talking about the Asians, the cave monkeys. Now we talking about the Chinese, the Japanese, the French, the Europeans, the Italians, the Samoans. Who else? Now we're talking about the Cambodians, the Arabs. As for the other people, because they all these races had their hand in our slavery. They had a hand in our demise. And even unto this day, they help in keeping us destroyed. With all these false doctrines, as Trooper just said, you know, hey, look, God loves everybody. They gave us a white Christ. Told us the angels was white. The Jews are white. The Jewish man, the Jewish woman. Atah lo Yehudi, you are not a Jew. You are not, you Jewish. Ish. The ish meaning pertaining to be like. Verse 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing. You're nothing. You're beneath the Most High. You're beneath Israel. When you run around, when you think that it's cool to treat us any type of way, and I know in your arrogancy, your pride, because you know your people are ruling, you know you got Trump in office, because you make the laws, you rule the lands everywhere you go. You spread out throughout the whole earth in your arrogancy. You know, you think that can't nobody topple me, can't nobody defeat me. Who's going to bring me down? Who's going to stop me? My military is a juggernaut. It's an unstoppable force once it gets moving. Well, what you going to do against my missiles and bombs? We got guns. You know, we'll lock you up. We got laws to lock you up. But not just that. You got to think about it. There are other ways that they're destroying us. Through homosexuality, through eating unlawful foods such as shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. You even got brothers on social media talking about, barbecuing bear and raccoons. Bear, come on, man. The brother had bear arms and limbs and stuff, man, bear paws hanging up over his barbecue, over his grill, spraying it, seasoning it up to grill it to eat it. Like, man, come on, a bear, bruh? Man, come on, man. Where in the Bible does it says it's lawful for you to eat a bear? See, that's Christianity for you. That's where the wickedness of, the laws are done away with comes into play. All that filthy, disgusting foods that we want to eat. That's why you had a pandemic. That's why you had COVID-19. This is the reason why we have to keep these law, statute, commandments. We have to ingrain it into our minds. We have to ingrain it into our spirit, into our soul. Get it, grind it. Learn it. Hold on to it. Raise our children up in the way they should go. Because once you do that, hey, look, we will be all right. Because you teach your child these law, statute, commandments, and every day, you ingraining it, putting it into their heads. It won't depart from them. They won't leave it. Right. Get into more of these scriptures. Right, Christianity. Where was he at? Verse 56. They are nothing. And they ain't nothing. Because look what they teaching us. Well, how we going to follow people that's nothing? Can somebody answer me that? Why are we following other races when they are nothing? We trying to be Buddhists. We trying to be Muslims. When the Most High said they are nothing, our power said they're nothing. And nothing means what? Zero, beneath. You marrying a nothing woman, and you sisters are marrying a nothing man. You stop giving your superior seeds over to these inferior races. They're counted as nothing. They're nothing. They're meaningless. They so low, like it ain't even worth even bothering to try to even raise them up to be like us. But we want to have their hair. We want to walk like them, talk like them. You want a code switch. You want to do everything to be like them, to follow them. You worship them. Because when you go to church every Sunday, who they got? A white Christ. When you become a Buddhist, who do you worshiping? You worshiping a Chinese man. A fat, sloppy, nasty looking Chinese, a homosexual looking Chinese man at that. You ever seen a statue of a Buddha? That statue of Buddha, man, this dude got on a big and fat, bald-headed, looking real feminine, the way they got him laying down on his side with a skippy little robe on. Have any of you thought about that, how homosexual that thing is? But you want to be like Tina Turner, hum dum, gum dum, some dum doy, boy, whatever that crap that is. You want to get up, you want to go to, I'm going to make a trip to Mecca. Yeah, I got to make my pilgrimage to Mecca. I'm going to go get herpes because I'm going to kiss this rock that thousands of other people are kissing. To pick up a bunch of small rocks to throw at a big rock. And let's not get started on them transsexual Hindu gods. You don't know if they're a man or a woman. And a lot of you, no, don't forget about Egyptology. That's another one. That's just straight, I ain't gonna get into that. Because matter of fact, that's what our Passover is about coming up. The angel of death passing over us, saving us, and destroying our enemies in one night.
Right.
That's what the Passover is for. You know, hey, look, make sure you come to Passover in Atlanta 2025 this year. The week of, what is it, April 12th? April 20th? April 9th. Right. Sawada. You know, make sure y'all come to Passover, man. You gotta come to Passover. They are nothing but be like unto spittle. You know what spittle is? I'm sure y'all heard us explain break it down what spittle is over and over. Spittle is that little patoo, that little, when you drink, and a little bit might, little spittle might drip off the side of your mouth or something, or you go to spit and, you might have that one little speckle that you ain't worried about. You just brush it off your face. That's what spittle is. He's saying they spit. Come on, man. This is the people that we want to be like. This who, man, look, too many of us is trying to follow and be like these people, man. And the Most High said they're nothing. But they be like on the spittle, man. Like you fill up a bucket of water and you walk in that one little drop, you ain't worried about them few little drops that drop out. That's nothing. Hey, okay. And, a little bit of water spilled. That's all right. I ain't worried about them. It probably didn't need to be in there anyway with the rest of the water. Hey, that's how the Most High is looking at these people, man, these other races. These Arabs, all these Chinese, Japanese, them Samoans. And especially the cave monkey. Right. That's how you looking at them. Like they nothing, like they spittle. That's something you can wipe at the bottom of your feet. Something you can step on. Good for nothing. And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. Yeah, once again, there it is. You know what a vessel is, right? That you go to the well, fill it up with water. And, if you overflow the vessel, and as you walk in, a little bit at the top might spill out. You ain't worried. Right, exactly. Go ahead. What's that?
No, I was just saying,
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you good. You good. Yeah, that's what a vessel is. That's what he's comparing to, like a little bit of water falling out of a vessel. But we still, man, we got to separate. Now is the time to separate. Now is the time for us to go our own way. Now is the time for us to get into this one body, man. Because what are you going to do When that time comes where it's gonna be straight chaos out here, what you gonna do when Trump? Because Trump got these people already hyped up. What you gonna do when they come for you next? Say they do deport all our brothers and sisters, all our Hispanic and Haitian brothers and sisters. Say they deport all them one by one. They go on. First they start with the Hispanics, the Latinos. Then they go on to the Haitians. Who do you think is next? You think they really want your black butt up in here? You think they really care about you? They don't care about you. They ain't thinking about you. Long as you a good slave. But there's one thing they always know. Now, without us, this place will go downhill real fast. But they know that they need us at the same time. But they so foolish, they'd rather get rid of us and let the economy drop. But you shouldn't even care and worry about that. The only thing you should be caring and worrying about is following these laws, statutes, and commandments. Knowing the truth of who you really are. That's the most important thing. Knowing who your enemy is. Because without knowing who your enemy is, look how you are. Look at the state of Israel right now. Look at, you got a church, you got a Christian church on every corner in the hood. But guess who's also in there? You got a lot of homeless. You got a lot of drug addicts, drug dealers, prostitution. You know, we got abortion clinics. But the flip side is to that is that the Most High will save us. The Most High is still going to choose us.
Right.
Verse 57, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. Verse 58, but we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. That's how he describes us. Thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover are given into their hands. We've been given into the hands of our enemies. We've been given for destruction. We've been given for Slocky, 1 second. We've been given to them into slavery. Not only have they destroyed us financially, but they have destroyed us physically and mentally with lies, false doctrines. You know, having us thinking, oh, you know, if we join a military, or if, you become a good athlete and become a professional, as long as you get rid of your people, don't help your people. You know, hey, I made it now. You know, they got us so brainwashed that we think that just because we get a little something that we better than the rest of your people. You get into their little uniforms, become police officers, you know, and they join their little military and all that. Man, a lot of us think that, hey, I made it. Why can't you? I got out. You know, you think that because another brother asked you, hey, look, man, hey, let's do this together. You know, hey, look, I got this thing going on, man. Why don't you come and join me? Oh, man. Oh, now you want to do something, man. Look, you don't know if you inspired that brother to get up off their feet, to inspire that sister, you know, to want to do something. But you'll turn around and, now you want to match? Oh, you don't wait till get a little something. You looking for a handout. Man, look at this Negro man over here begging. Man, what you want? Man, y'all always want something. But that's not how you're supposed to do your people, man.
Right.
And by that, it's because you're trying to be like the oppressor. You're trying to be like the Asian man, the Chinese and the Japanese. You're trying to be like them Arabs. You're trying to be like the East Indians with them nasty, funky dreads.
Right.
Listening to that cave monkey, Bob Marley. One love and all that.
Right.
You want to smoke weed, can't we? Yeah, we can all get along. Hey, Shalom Lord of Christ, huh? Most High in Christ. Instead of being a brother to your brother and say, okay, man, let me hear what you got. Hey, man, that sounds good. Hey, look, get with me, such and such, man. I ain't going to be busy. We can hook up. We can get this ball rolling. You never know what might come out of it. But we want to be so selfish and help all these other people, man. Like, a heathen come up to you, you ain't got no problems with it.
Right.
And like I've seen that with a lot of bus drivers. A lot of bus drivers, man, they'll get mad at their own people. And and want to argue with them. But soon as one of them K monkeys come out, don't worry, yeah. Oh, I understand.
Right.
Like, what the hell, man? Come on, man. Are you serious? Man, our people, man, hey, look, man, this is our destruction. They tell us it's okay. They make a delicacy out of steak and lobster. And now we want to run around talking about, steak and lobster, I'm eating good. There's so many ways that they're destroying us. It's not just physically. It wasn't just with chains. It wasn't just with whipping our backs and hanging us. It's mental and physical. I mean, it's mental and spiritual. Especially with the lies of the Christian doctrine. I mean, it's bad enough. Y'all destroyed us physically, but you turned around and got us mentally. And the best mind, capital F, is the Willie Lynch papers. Man, you ever read them Willie Lynch papers? Get hold of them, copy of that Willie Lynch papers and read that. Go ahead.
It's like I said, if I could, real quick, or to jump a precept over something.
Go ahead.
Come in the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
Ooh.
That put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Verse 21. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight.
Oh, I like it.
Because I just want to bring that up because that's that direct cut, direct hit on the Christian church.
All right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly how they got us too. They make out like, the things that are evil and wicked, the dark things, they good. But when we come out and we say, nah, man, hey, it's not right for you to sleep with your brother and sister. I mean, that's slocky. It's not right for you to sleep with your brother's woman. It's not right for you to to cover your brother's stuff, to want what he got.
Right.
and wickedness, and like you want to try to get him out the way so you can get it, so you can get his woman, his house, his car. You want his possessions. It's wicked, but that's what these Christian pastors are doing. What's going on with that's what these Christian. Oh, okay, you hit the remote. No sweat. That's what these Christian pastors are doing, man. That's because they're doing it. That's why they say it's not wicked. That's why they say it ain't evil. They getting over. They're telling you that the laws. They're telling you that the laws are done away with, but yeah, you got to pay tithes. Right. They telling you that it's okay to for a man to be with another man. It must be, because you look at it. Look at Eddie Long. He physically showing you that it's okay. Right. Messing with they'll mess with these little boys. That it's okay that they got the same equipment as I do, that you can deal with them. Mm. It's okay that a little 15, 16-year-old girl can be caught in the back seat with a grown man. Supposed to be the what was it, the deacon or something of the church? Deacon, the pastor, or whatever. Oh, wow. A young brother. Come on, man. I mean, you look at R. Kelly. Them sisters, hey, look, it's okay for them women to mess with their nephews. It's okay for a 40, 50-year-old pastor to get a 16, 17, little 18-year-old girl pregnant. Right, probably messing with her since she was like 13, 14, just developing. It's okay to teach that, hey, oh no, Christ ain't black, he's white. It's okay to say God loves everybody, and you got to forgive your enemies. While at the same time, while they're destroying you, while they're locking you up, while they're asking you for your ID, they talking about they scared for their life, so they shoot you. Right. After they ask you for your ID, after you get ready to go pull your ID out. These are the people that's destroying us. These are your enemies. And what Makala brought out, it was so heavy. That man, look. Hey, for real. That scripture was so heavy. Because they don't think that's anything is wrong with it. Because if you notice, time and time again, your so-called black leaders like Al Sharpton, they only want to come out when it's beneficial to them. Right. If the media ain't involved, if they can't get paid, they don't care. They ain't worried about it. We're going to get some more into these scriptures. It's the book of Ezra, the book of 2nd Ezra, 5:27. And among all the multitudes of people, thou hast gotten thee one people of all the multitudes. This is letting you know that all that we going through, all the destruction, all the slavery, all the hard-headedness, all the what do you call that? All the sins. That's not the word I was looking for. It's another word I was looking for. But through all that, everything that we have done against the Most High, everything that we gone through, guess what? He said, and among all the multitudes of people, thou hast gotten thee one people. still got one people. He still loves you, Israel. He just wants you to get right. Of all the multitudes, I mean, and it's you got to look at it. Look how big this planet is. Look how big the earth is. And how many people are upon this planet right now. It's billions. And out of billions of people, man, he said, I only got one people. One chosen people. That's it. The multitudes of people, thou hast gotten thee one people, only one. That's you, Israel. He didn't say, I got multitudes of people. He said, out of all the multitudes of people, I got one people, one nation. You know, and stop listening to them songs like one nation under a groove. Because a lot of you take that as everybody. Oh yeah, he can dance. That's such a that he can get down. He can be invited to the barbecue. Mm. Guess what? When they invite you to the barbecue, guess who's on the menu? You on the menu. When you go to their barbecue, hey, ain't no telling what's going to happen. They'll laugh and smile and you want to go out for a few drinks after work and, hey, I'm barbecuing this weekend. Yeah, why don't you come on over? Right. And what happens when you get there? You go through the gate, because they take you through this little alleyway and they beat the hell out of you. Mm. Don't think it ain't happened. Don't think you'll get invited to one of their little parties and something won't happen to you. Like the sister at the hotel, found dead in the freezer, but don't nobody know what happened. Mm. The sister found drowned in the pool. All the people there, but don't nobody know how she drowned. Right. Mm. Come on now. Hey, you got to think. You got to get it together. Yeah, man. You can't be trusting our enemies because the Most High, he's still choosing us. Right. And unto and unto this people whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all. Come on now. It don't get no more plainer and more simpler than that. Because if you look at these laws, you look at these statutes and commandments, it's approved of all. Because if you in your right state of mind, you're going to look at these laws and be like, that do make some sense. Like, I want to have grandkids. So there's no way I'm going to have, be sleeping with another woman or another man. It do make sense in order to prevent diseases. As a woman, you're not going to go and sleep with multiple men. Man, you shouldn't go and sleeping with multiple women. Right. It should be approved by all. When these laws is approved by all, it'll stop a whole lot of STDs. Right. It'll stop a lot of unaliving of each other. You won't be going getting no abortions. That's against the law. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit unlawful murders and killings.
Right.
That's against the law. For these laws to be approved by all, guess what? You won't go out talking about worshiping no white Christ. You won't be a Christian. You will not bring a false God to before your God, before the God of this Bible. You won't go out being a Muslim, a Buddhist.
Right.
You know, you put these laws, statute, commandments in your mind and be approved and be approved by it. Approve that law. Because when you approve this law, guess what? There won't be no pandemics. Approve this law, follow these laws, statute, commandments. Guess what? You'll fly on a plane. You ain't got to worry about it crashing. You ain't got to worry about no fires.
Right.
Or getting caught in the fires, like out in Cali. You ain't got to worry about getting caught up in no hurricanes. You ain't got to worry about your child unaliving herself.
Right.
You know, fight this oppression. You know, you can always fight righteously. And when you fight righteously, taking your spirit up out of America, not celebrating the holidays, not celebrating Christmas and Thanksgiving and birthdays and Valentine's Day. Because when you do that, you're still worshiping other gods. You worshiping that which is unseemly, that which our forefathers never knew. You know, you got to keep in mind that no matter what, God still loves us. He still cares. He still wants us. He still wants us to be saved. He still wants us to live. Shalom, Lord of Christ. How you doing? All right. Y'all about to y'all. Hey, Most High Christ. Hey, good seeing you. Hey, my man. Hey, I hear you, bro. Got newly raised trooper, Katab Ya'ala. In the building. Hey, congratulations once again. Hey, I feel you. I know.
Even in the midst of the storm.
Right, yeah, exactly. There you go. All right. Hey, we're gonna can you read for me? All right, give me Amos 3:1. You been listening to the class? You been listening to the class? Hey, you got any comments, any questions, anything? You got anything you want to bring out?
Not right now, sir.
All right, Khan. Makolat?
No.
You good? All right, Khan. All right, no sweat. But yeah, you know, hey, we got to devour these laws. We got to eat them up. Like spiritually, mentally. You know, we got to get this into our soul, like, you know, force it in there. You know, even if you stuff over full, you know, hey, keep stuffing, hey, you can never get enough. You can never get enough, and it'll prevent you from sinning. Yeah, you got it. Read it when you got it.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you.
Stop right there. No, hear this word. You know, listen to it. You know, in your mind. Open your mind up. Open your ears up. You know, hear, understand what's going on. Understand about these laws. understand what the Most High is saying against us for our sins, for everything that we done against him. We literally turned our backs on the Most High. Go ahead, read.
O children of Israel.
Oh, children of who?
Israel.
No, children of Japheth.
Israel.
No, children of Moab.
Israel.
Children of the Japanese.
Israel.
Children of the Edomites.
Israel.
Children of the Arabs.
Israel.
Children of Israel. He's not talking to these other nations. He don't care about these other nations. He's not worried about them. He said, hear these words, O children of Israel. Go ahead, read.
O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying.
Stop right there. Right. What he brought us up out of the land of Egypt. Egypt meaning slavery. He brought us up out of that bondage, harsh bondage. And he'll do the same thing. And he's going to do the same thing. When Christ returns, who do you think is getting up out of here? Who do you think he's coming to save?
The Israelites, sir.
Right, exactly. He's coming to save Israel. He's not coming to save these other nations. He's not coming to save the cave monkey, the pale face. He's not coming to save the piss bathers, Salakia, the so-called the Africans. He's not coming to save none of them, the Ethiopians, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Samoans, the who else? The what do you call them? The Aborigines, the Australians. He's not coming to save none of you.
Right.
He's coming to save Israel. He's coming to save the children of Israel, his people, whom he loved, who he cared about. He's not worried about you other cats. Matter of fact, I don't even know why y'all even got the Bible. Every time I see one of them with a Bible, I want to slap it out their hand. You know? And then backhand them just for carrying it. What you reading the Bible for? leave that for the priests and prophets of the ISUPK. That's for us to do. We're to teach you. You can't teach it. There's nothing in this Bible that you can teach to any of us. You know, because it's not for you. You'll never understand it. And then you'll try to tell us lies like we ain't gonna see through that. Now, regular brothers and sisters out on the street who don't know no better, yeah, you can get over with them with that. You know, have them following you down to another country, drinking the Kool-Aid, poison Kool-Aid, that is. Jim Jones. You know, it's so easy there for real, but that.
Yeah, sir, I like Jim Jones.
Oh. Right. Well, so, well, hey, let me be more specific. Oh, okay. Hey, Shalom Lord of Christ. Huh? Good to see you. Good to see you, brother. Can't wait to see you at Passover, Lord willing. Shalom, let me be more specific for you, brother. We talking about back in the day, Jim Jones, the white Jim Jones that we found down right, the cult leader Jim Jones.
Oh, okay.
Not Jim Jones, the rapper, brother. Hey, I feel you, though. Go when you say which Jim Jones, okay. We don't want nobody thinking we talking about Jim Jones, the rapper, not the brother. But yeah, look him up. Jim Jones, yeah, yeah, man. Back in the like the 60s or 70s, something like that. You know, he was a cult leader. He convinced his whole congregation, man, all them black men and women, bruh, and them boy, he convinced all them to sell all their stuff. They moved down to Guyana, And the government, because the families was worried about them because they wasn't hearing nothing from them and stuff like that. So the government kept going down there and checking on them. And so finally, at their last visit, um, one of their last visits, they had followed them to the airport, and then, and a couple of government agents, they had unalived them. And so the government, they went back down there, because he used to have practice drills every night. He convinced these people to drink Kool-Aid that was poisoned with cyanide. So every night they would have every night just about they would have practice drills to see who was going to drink the Kool-Aid or not. And when the time actually finally came, it was so many of them that drank that Kool-Aid and died. When they came back down there, I think it was at night. Was it daytime or nighttime? I forgot which. But yeah, they drank the Kool-Aid and a lot of them died. A lot of them wouldn't drink it. A lot of them got shot. Jim Jones, the people that was guarding the compound, they would shoot. If you didn't drink it, you was getting shot. It was very few survivors of Jonestown. Right. There were very few survivors, brother. Go ahead.
I wasn't talking about that, Jim Jones.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right. Let's get that clear. But yeah, Khan, hey man. These are oppressors, man. Hey, look at David Koresh, man. He had a little compound out in the desert or somewhere. And man, the government, they had, man, bruh. I mean, that's why the scriptures say, if anyone says, here I am, I'm Christ, I'm God, I'm Christ, I'm here. Here I am, I'm over here. No, I'm over here. In the desert. That's, hey, look. That was David Koresh, because David Koresh was in the desert. I'm just paraphrasing. But yeah, David Koresh, he was in the desert, man. He had a little compound. He was a cult leader too. Back in the 90s. Yeah. So man, our people, man, we can't be so gullible. We gotta be very careful, man. And that's why I'm so glad that you can't just be anybody coming up in here and not getting checked. You're gonna get patted down. You gonna make sure that you ain't bringing nothing up in here. This ain't the Christian church, just like Dylan Roof. Winning the lives of them 9 brothers and sisters, man, in that church. So yeah, and our people have got to stop being so easily persuaded. We got to stop listening to all these other races, man. This is the end result. We got to stop being hard-headed. You got to stop just listening to anything, going by what anything anybody say, and then they don't even show proof. Actually, because we show proof, we breaking down, we let you know, we showing you that yes, this is in the Bible. What we say is in the Bible. It's all coming from the Bible. What's so hard for you to understand that? Yeah, go ahead. Read.
Verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Stop right there. Right. You only have I known. See, now this is the Most High. He's still choosing you. He's still telling you, look, I only know you, Israel, of all the families, of all these other races. I don't care how many Arabs it is. You only have I known. I don't care how many Chinese there is. You only have I known. I don't care how many Africans it is. You only have I known. I don't care how many white people it is. You only have I known. I don't care how many Australians, Aborigines. You only have I known, Israel. You have all the families upon the face of this planet. I only know you. I don't know these other races. I don't care about these others. I don't want to know these other races. I only need to know you. I only need you to follow these laws, statutes, commandments. Go ahead, read.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquity.
Right. He will punish us. Like any good parent. Hey, he's a good father because we're the only ones that he knows. As a family, as his children, as his chosen people, we are the only ones that he knows. We're the only ones that he's dealing with these laws, statutes, commandments. We're the only ones that he's going to punish for breaking his laws. This is the house of Israel. This is his house. We live in his house. We live in our Father's house. We dwell in our Father's house. His house is our nation, the 12 tribes of Israel, so-called Black, Hispanic, and American Indians. This is how we breaking his laws. We breaking his rules. So, yeah, he got to punish us. But the time now is coming to where it's like, we waking up. We coming back together, man. We following these laws, statutes, commandments. We doing as he's saying. You got something to say? Oh, go ahead.
Somebody, if I could, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I bring out a precept that tie in to Amos 3 and 1 and 2, please.
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 4 and 1.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live, and go in and possess the land which the Lord God of your fathers giveth you.
Right.
It said, verse 5, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God command me, that ye shall do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Right. Because no matter where we go, we got to follow these laws, statutes, commandments. And he'll give us all these land. Man, hey, look, we'll go around this whole entire earth and just take over.
Right.
We'll snatch up all these lands, all the lands, because even in the Old Testament, in the beginning, when we got free from Egypt, we was taking all the lands that he promised us. We was going around just taking it. We was going to war with all these other races and just taking their land and just taking it. Like, hey, this is ours. This was promised to us by our God. I'm talking about, man, we were. But we did it by following these laws, statutes, commandments. We did it by doing as the Most High told us to do. That's an excellent precept. I like that. Because we're the only ones that he's dealt with these laws, statutes, commandments. We're the only ones that he's looking forward to have us following them. We're the ones that he's going to raise up out of this slum. We're the ones that he's going to take and put us back in the power. He's going to put us back in our own lands. We're going to be taking over other lands. Because all them lands, the Palestinians and the so-called Jewish man, all that land that y'all are fighting over, that belongs to us anyway. That's our land. You're going to have to rebuild up all of that. When Christ returns and destruction comes, when he comes and he just totally wipes everything, and we just starting from scratch. Our land, you're going to be building it. You're going to be building up our kingdom.
Right.
Just like we had to build up yours, you're going to build up ours. But it's going to be in righteousness. We ain't going to have you eating nasty slop, and what they call them, hog maws and all that from the pigs and all. Nah, we ain't going to be eating. We ain't going to have you eating pigs and intestines and trying to make it out like it's a delicacy. The scraps and leftovers. You're going to have to eat righteous foods. foods that are lawful. Because we ain't having no pandemic in our not in our kingdom. Not in our kingdom. Ain't gonna be no pandemics because we eating unlawful foods. Asians, and when I say Asian, I'm talking about you Chinese and you Japanese. You ain't gonna be eating no pandalarians and all that, and bats and cats, dogs, rats, snakes, and pigs and all that. Anything that you want to eat. They try to make it taste good, make it taste like chicken and all. Nah, ain't gonna be no frog legs and no. You ain't causing no pandemic in our kingdom. Because in our, we gotta make sure that you eat lawful food. It's gonna be chicken, beef, lamb, venison. You know, hey, anything else? No. You know, you ain't gonna be taking no shark meat, talking about this crab, artificial crab meat. No. Ain't gonna be none of that. No catfish and all that. In our kingdom, it's gonna be righteous. Everything's gonna be righteous. From the foods that we eat, the clothes that we wear, you know, the God that we serve, the only one true living God of this Bible. That's who we gonna serve. That's who you gonna serve. We ain't gonna be playing all that. Anything else, we're not gonna be playing with it like that. Go ahead, read.
Verse 3. Can two walk together?
Oh, fuck it. That was it. Yeah, end it right. Yeah.
Yes,
All right. Yeah, you can drop that. Drop that and get me Romans 9:13. But yeah, you know, all you other nations, you're gonna get in line. You can mock us. You can call us crazy. What they call us? Power Rangers and talking about we looking like Klingons and characters from Star Trek, all that. But you don't never want to call us nothing rough. You don't never want to say give us anybody rough. Like what's the boy? What's the Afro Samurai? They won't call us Afro Samurai. Because Afro Samurai, you know, he got the beard, he got the braids. I mean, not the braid, he got the afro, he got the beard. You know, he the number one swordsman. Well, hell, ICPK, we the number one swordsman. See this Bible, see the sword, see this Bible, see the sword. We the number one swordsman. We are Afro Samurai, except we don't smoke cigarettes. Well, we the number one swordsman in ICBK. We the number one swordsman. We Afro Samurai. We got the fro, we got the beards, we got the braids. We rough like Afro Samurai. Y'all don't never want to call us that. Y'all want to call us Power Rangers and all that and all these other. Like, come on, man. What's wrong with Afro Samurai? You know? That's just it, though. They don't want to say that we the number one swordsman either. They don't want to say we tops when it comes to this Bible. You got that for me? Go ahead, hit that for me.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, and verse 13. As it is written.
Stop right there. As it is written. This is going to tell you who your enemy is. It's going to tell you who the Most High hates and who he loves. And when we say, you know, who we hate and what we love and what we hate, you know, it's according to the Bible. We love what the Most High loves. We hate what the Most High hates. You know, as it is written. In other words, it's written as is. There is no changing of words. there is no anything, changing, it ain't nothing like the Christian church will try to make it out to be. They'll try to switch it up. Oh, that ain't what that means. That ain't what that says. Yes, it is. It's as it is written. It's not written any other way. It's written right here in plain English, as it is written. Go ahead, read.
Jacob have I loved.
Who?
Jacob have I loved.
Esau has he loved.
Jacob have I loved.
Moab,
Jacob have I loved.
Ammon,
Jacob have I loved.
Amorites,
Jacob have I loved.
Hittites,
Jacob have I loved.
Hamites.
Jacob have I loved.
Jacob have I loved. And who is Jacob?
Slocky, sir.
Go ahead.
Israel.
Right. And who makes up Israel?
Slocky, sir.
Go ahead.
The 12 tribes.
Right. Who's the 12 tribes, though?
Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali, Issachar, Ephraim, Zebulun, Simeon, Levi, Benjamin, and Judah.
Right. And they're known as today as the so-called Negroes. Go ahead.
Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians.
Right, exactly. Correct. That's who he loves. That's who makes up the 12 tribes of Israel. That's who Jacob has he loved. Because remember, Jacob's name was changed from Jacob to Israel. So Jacob has he loved. Read.
But Esau have I hated.
Right. Esau has he hated. He can't stand. Look, these K monkeys, these oppressors, he can't stand them. Now, if the Most High can't stand them, what makes you think he wants you to be married to them? What makes you think he wants you to be friends with them? Look at how we've been treated since we got here, even unto today. It's to the point where we have an 11-year-old Mexican sister who unalived herself because she was being bullied to the point where her mind was just gone, distressed, stressed out. I'm talking, man, bruh. That should be pissing you off. That should be making you heart, man. That should be breaking your heart. She been bullied so much where they were talking about ICE coming to get you and your family and all that. Come on, bro, hey, man. That boy, that's ooh. And no protection from the enemy whatsoever. Ain't nobody at that school did nothing. I mean, bruh, come on, man. You just let this continue on. See, that's that Trump, though. Trump got they got them hyped up. Hey, look, they talking about they'll call ICE on her family and all that, and they're gonna come get her. Oh man, bruh. That right there, man, that's come on. This is go ahead.
Slocky, sir, if I could.
Go ahead.
On what you're saying. And it's unfortunate, it's very unfortunate because in today's society, most of what so-called blacks, Latinos try to do is move into areas where the education is supposed to be good based off of being around the so-called white man.
Right.
White boy, white girl.
Right, exactly.
Like being naive, we put our kids and we surround them around the heathens thinking, oh, well, this is where a better education is. Not knowing the nature of our enemies.
Right.
And when situations unfold, like with Trump being in office, he giving everybody the green light from the adults all the way to the kids.
Exactly.
The damn demon. And then our Latino brothers, our young black brothers and sisters around the damn enemy And it's clear and evident, even into the schools, where who is really bullying her. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Who bullying her? They're saying, "Well, ICE coming to get you." Who is saying it? Who child is saying it?
Right.
You
Exactly.
who,
Right. And that just goes to show you, man, these people do
wait.
exactly. That just goes to show you, man, that's your enemy. You know, why would you even want your child to go to an all-white school? Come on now. Because the guy loves everybody. We all get along. You know, hey, we're all part of the human race. And look at the end results. And parents, stop teaching your kids to be so sissified, so wimpy. Stop teaching them, go tell a teacher, like, you can't always go and tell a teacher or the principal or an adult. Sometimes, look, you gotta let your child defend himself or herself and go ahead and knock the hell out of one of these. I ain't saying do it purposely, but in defense, in self-defense. Go ahead and just knock the living daylights out of you. Because a lot of y'all, especially you women, y'all really would want these little boys to be so docile and just, then you want to get hyped up and get all over emotional and go up to the school and stuff and call yourself going off on the teachers and all. Like, well, if you just let the child defend himself, sometimes you have to do. I ain't saying let your child be violent or nothing like that to that level. But allow your child to defend himself or herself. Because you can't always be there. A teacher is not always going to be around. Especially for a boy. Because it seems like y'all let these little boys get on TikTok. You don't want them to have nothing to do with their father. You think that you can raise a boy to be a man, which you can't. Next thing you know, the little boy, he on TikTok, he on Facebook or X or something, shaking and dancing like a little girl. But you want them around the oppressor. You think that, I want you to be better. You ain't got to be around the oppressors to be better. Go ahead, you got something to add? Okay. Go ahead, read that again.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written.
Right.
Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Right. He hated Esau. And to this day, he still do. Because Esau is a so-called oppressor. Esau is Trump. Esau is Nancy Pelosi. Esau is the judge that you go to see at court. The police officer that's running around unaliving us. Amber Geiger. That's who Esau is. When I say them cave monkeys, that's who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about, the cave beasts, them cave monkeys. The monkeys that evolved and came out the caves. I mean, I ain't say we believe in evolution. I'm just saying that. I'm just being hypothetical. Ain't no theory or nothing. It's just that, to me, that's what they look like and that's what they act like. And it's to this day they do. To me, anyway. They ain't nothing but a bunch of monkeys anyway. And that is who's causing our destruction. You're the wicked man upon the face of this earth. That's who the wicked man is, in accordance to the Bible. That's who the devil is, according to the Bible. Lying and deceiving. Because that's all he did was go around this planet lying and deceiving. Go ahead.
May I bring out a precept for that, sir?
Go ahead.
Job 9:24.
Go ahead.
The book of Job, chapter 9, and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Right, because that's exactly what he did during the Renaissance era. You know, he went around, he put, what's his name? Caesar Borgias. You know, a Edomite, a filthy, disgusting, vile Edomite at that. A molester of children, has sex with his sister. You know, all types of all types of this filth and wickedness. I think it was HBO had a show about his family called the Borgias. And you know, and they showed all the wickedness and all the filthy and disgustingness. You know, he covered up the faces of the judges thereof. They went around, they did what they call whitewashing. All the dark images, the images of us, the true images of true Israel, the black faces, you know. I'll put it like this. They even went that so far, they even went to Egypt. Now, they say through time and wear and tear that the face of the Sphinx, that's why you know you see it chipped off and stuff. But from my understanding, what I've learned and what I've been taught years ago, what I've found out is that them archaeologists, they went and they did that themselves, and then they said it was erosion and all that. But they tried to cover that it was a dark image, that it was that the Egyptians was black. You know, that's how Joseph was able to blend in. That's how Moses was able to blend in. You know, if the so-called Jewish man was the actual Jew, he could have never blended in down in Egypt. Not with all them dark Egyptians, all them dark Africans. You know, but you know, Christ, they covered that up, tried to make out that he was white. All disciples, all the Israelites, you know, he just went around the whole earth lying and deceiving and forcing Christianity on all our people, especially our Hispanic brothers and sisters. You know, he didn't just cover the faces, boy, but he forced that whole Christian religion upon us. And through torture, that is, mind you. It just wasn't no whips and being chained up and stuff, man. I'm talking about, when I say torture, I'm talking about cutting open and, you know, mutilations. But yeah, read that again. I liked that. Yeah, that's a good precept.
Watch, sir. This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right. Stop right there. Right. Because that's what he is. He's a very wicked man. Esau is very wicked. Anytime you got a race that'll go from city to city, state to state, just hanging you just for the color of your skin, that'll shoot you down and say that you got a weapon on you, they feared for their life. Anytime you got a man that'll go around and just go and just buck break another man, that's wickedness. Anytime you got a man that'll go around and just say, oh man, you know, hey, look, because of the color of your skin, you know, you ain't nothing, like, we need to try to get rid of you. Anytime you got a man that'll put up nothing but abortion clinics in your neighborhoods, but not his, anytime you got a man that I don't care how good your credit is, how much money you got in the bank, He won't even give you a loan to start a business. Anytime that you got a man that you put on their uniform, you go fight for their country, and you come back and you getting jumped, you getting dragged off the bus, your uniform getting ripped off of you, beating you down, hanging you. Come on, man, that's a wicked man. Anytime that you got it, hold on, let me not forget, all these KKK, all this torture and hangings that they did to us and burning down our houses, all in the name of Christianity. You can't tell me that ain't wicked. They do all this in the name of Christianity. Good white Christian folks such as ourselves is what they always say. They love saying that. Good white Christian folks. Man, you can't be talking about the Johnson family down the street. They're good white Christian. They white bread, born and raised right here in the good old Midwest, and the good old Georgia, and good old state of Georgia. They was born in the Bible Belt. This part of the Bible Belt. But guess what? Guess who's getting hanged in that Bible Belt? By these good old white Christians. You are, black man. Guess who's down, locked up in the cages down in the border? By the good old white Christians. Our brothers and sisters, our young brothers and sisters. The Latinos and Mexicans. Guess who's living on reservations, being alcoholics, straight destroyed? Our Native American Indian brothers and sisters. And guess who put them there? Good old white Christian Americans. But this is the same people that you want to run behind. This same people that you look for your survival, for your help, for help in vain. These people can't save you. Only God can save you. Only Commander General Yohana under Christ can save you. This truth can save you. Following these law, statute, commandments can save you. What time? Time check?
9 o'clock, sir.
9 o'clock. Okay. Any more comments? Any more questions?
That's it.
All right. With that, I pass the class over to Priest Officer Makalat.
Per usual. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limit for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Mike Ishara, which means tenth in the Hebrew. That's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or a teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests. Not mandatory, but whatever sort of amount you would like. And the upcoming holy convocation we have is the Feast of Purim, which will be held Thursday, the 13th of March, and Friday, the 14th of March. So make sure you mark your calendars for that. And we also had the Lord's Passover, the 56th annual Lord Passover being held here in Atlanta, Georgia. Clap that up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you mark that on your calendars from April the 9th to the 13th. Make sure you're here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'll watch and make sure you check the bulletin board in the back for, any upcoming events we have going on. If anyone wants to be a trooper,
in the school, start wearing all black boot, shirt, pants, headband, scarf, and give us another hand clap for the newly raised super guitar, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. Most High Christ. You know what I'm saying? Destroying angel, right? You know what I mean? Most High Christ. Yeah, right. Most High Christ. You know what I mean? And with that, we're going to get a brother's word courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I admire you. I admire Shabbat. I admire you. Barak. Yahweh Ba'ashir, Yahweh Shabbat Thumb. What we just said, may the Most High watch over you in the name of, may the Most High bless you in the name of Christ. Yahweh Matah, hands down. Encourage salute to the sisters online. Men of Israel, sir. Admire Shabbat. I admire Barak. Yahweh Shemar, Ilithon Ba'ashir, Yahweh Shah. What we just said, may the Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. Yahweh Matah, hands down. With that, class dismissed.
All right, we'll spin it one more time.
That's it. One.
Crisis Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King have honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, do we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.